We're about to spend 19 days in Australia, going to nearly every corner of this continent, finding every single extreme adventure, haunted location, once-in-a-lifetime animal encounter, natural wonder, and adrenaline activity until we end up in the hospital. A 3-week trip packed to the brim with non-stop, once-in-a-lifetime experiences that we'll never forget.
So happy we made it. What up?
This doesn't make any sense to anyone.
Who are you?
Yes, I'm excited. Made it to Australia. Good day.
And then one more flight, and then our trip actually starts.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Wow, I haven't seen you guys in like a month.
Are you excited? Are you the only person who's been here?
It's my 3rd time here.
Do you need advice for us as newbies?
Ooh, no. No, because I was going to give advice based on my past experience, but that was like 7 years ago and 5 years ago, and I don't really want to do that. We also had crazy weather last 2 times we were here, so we had kind of weird run. We had someone was died by jellyfish. We had someone else pop their kneecap out. Every trip I've had has been tainted by something horrible happening in Australia.
I feel like everything here wants to kill you.
No, that's literally, Fitz got stung by an Uruganji jellyfish, which I think is like the most lethal jellyfish in the world.
Aren't you supposed to be in a jellyfish thing?
Trust me, I asked so many times. And he was like, no, not this kind. Yeah.
Who do you think is going to get stung, bitten, or scratched by an animal first?
Yeah, it'll be Jerry.
You know, I heard there's flying spiders.
Don't hurt it.
It sounds cute.
They're so strong!
That's like the last thing I want to see.
I can't wait. I don't like spiders, but you're afraid.
Can we get out of this town, go someplace new? I'm tired of the monotone. I'd die to get away with you. I'm sick of this place.
Oh yeah, that is hot. Oh, I feel the heat on my face.
Oh my god. I had no idea it was going to be this hot.
Me neither.
Same, this whole town is 50 shades of beige. Over and over.
I'm so strong.
Can we get out of this town, go someplace new? I'm tired of the monotone.
Ginger said there was 2, but she didn't really say 2 of what. So I said, oh, there must be 2 beds. 1 bed for Elton and Ginger, and 1 bed for Jonah, Evan, and Jerry.
I will sleep in between 2 rattlesnakes before I sleep. In between those 2 snoring sons of...
I know you loved it when we were in the tent. Don't you remember?
I don't snore. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear myself snore.
Oh my god. I'm honestly shocked you don't wake yourself up.
Actually, I do.
Like,
Subconscious, like in that verge of falling asleep, and I'll hear, I'm like, oh, what? Oh, that was me.
That's us right there. Oh yeah, it's cold. Oh wow, they really. Oh, this is a little cabin. This is it. Cool. Welcome. This is for the 3 of you. You get this bed. It's a fun. Honestly.
you and Elton are going to sleep horizontally across the gaps right here.
Nice.
Stick Evan in the furthest row possible.
The 4 of you in there.
Ow, this is cute.
Nice.
Cute. Wow.
Oh, nice.
This is intimate. This is very intimate.
Do you want this one, or do you want to put Evan in this room so he's quarantined?
Why are you quarantined?
Because I snore. At least y'all think I
Oh
snore.
shit, it's an actual option. What do you mean think
It's
it's
an
no?
actual option.
Bro, you don't snore, you rumble. Are you
You're the reason we have earthquakes.
And this can't be serious. You actually, the 4 of you want to sleep in here, and you put me in there?
the one that snores or the ones that don't?
Oh, he snores.
That's true.
But not as bad. And
No, that's true. Make Jonah suffer.
Jonah sleeps in here with us.
No. Here with us.
Ew, that would feel weird.
You can do that. There's an extra mattress, so you can put a wall here.
Oh, maybe I'll do this as a sound barrier. Oh my god, maybe I'll get a shred of sleep if I do that.
We are going on a private tour to go see Uluru and the whole Ayers area. Afterwards, we have sunset barbecue. We have a beautiful view of the giant rock.
Before we spend 20 days in Australia, exploring all of its beauty, adventure, cities, and people. We wanted to start our trip by paying respects to the land and the indigenous people that are unfortunately often overlooked, if not forgotten. Aboriginal Australians make up the oldest continuous cultures on Earth. There isn't just one group. There are hundreds of nations and languages, each with unique traditions and deep connections to the country. After European colonization began in the late 1700s, violent conflicts, known as the Frontier Wars, broke out as Aboriginal people defended their land and way of life. Many communities faced displacement, cultural suppression, and loss that is still felt today. Their way of life is guided by the dreaming, or dream time, a spiritual framework that connects them to ancestors, land, and each other. Aboriginal people thrived in harsh environments, using advanced knowledge of fire, seasons, and trade networks that reached across the continent. At the heart of many stories sits Uluru Kata Juta National Park. Uluru, or Ayers Rock, rises 348 meters above the desert and stretches almost 10 kilometers around. It looks like it fell from space, but it actually formed about 550 million years ago from ancient seabeds and erosion. Nearby, Kata Juta holds equal spiritual importance. Both sites belong to the Anangu people, who see them as living ancestors. Every cave and crack carries lessons. Some stories are so sacred, they're not shared with outsiders. Visitors are also asked not to climb Uluru to respect its spiritual meaning. In 1985, Uluru was returned to the Anangu and is now co-managed with the Park Service. What Uluru means to Australia and to the people who call this place home for thousands of years has much more meaning and importance than most will ever realize, which is why we made sure travel to the literal middle of nowhere to see it.
Jonah?
Dude, you have a ghost tattooed on you?
Huh?
You have a ghost tattooed on you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, are you a paranormal?
That's awesome! Ready to go?
Yes.
Alright, so first of all, I got National Park entrance tickets. Cool. So you actually have a German guide, so I am in fact German. German car as well. Don't ask me why my boss put me on this tour. Nah, it's all good. Now the plan was to work maximum for 2-3 months, you know, get the funds up and leave. But this place is so gorgeous. It's so rich in culture, in history, flora and fauna, so I decided, yo, gotta stay longer.
With that brand new style, show up. Watch 'em.
Did you catch it? No way.
Elton, don't hurt it.
It sounds cute.
They're so strong. What? Get in my hand. They have so much power.
Get it.
Actually, is it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought I got it out earlier. Is
No.
it green?
Yeah, it's in my stomach, but what do we got?
Wow, they
How did
choke
it do that?
crazy fast.
Oh,
Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's on camera. Nice. Oh, it flies.
In summertime, you literally walk around like this. It's the Aussie salute. Yeah, literally.
This will work you out. It's just like doing the ski bags.
So in February, when it's peak fly season, you just stand there explaining how big Uluru is, and then you just swallow flies. They only flower one day, that's it. But the plant flowers over a few weeks.
what?
But only after rain.
We just happen to be here on one day of the few weeks that it's.
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
cool.
Life
That's
is so
also
fleeting.
sad. Yeah, right? I'm sorry, Flower. R.I.P.
Yeah, I get these flies now. They're all over.
I just stick my tongue out, would one land on it?
Probably. Oh my god, that was literally hovering it.
They were thinking about it.
Yeah, why is it the heat that they're attracted to? There's so much more hotter places in my face.
Don't put yourself down like that, man.
Oh, so yeah,
It's God giving you little kisses, little baby kisses.
I don't know about these.
If you're acting like this with flies, how are you gonna act around a spider?
Oh, dude. Oh, I don't even. You don't want to know.
What's gonna be worse, Jerry with a spider or Ginger with a frog?
Oh, God.
Carry with a spider easily.
Probably, yeah.
Like, if you had to prove to people you're a guide, what's the one fact that you'd be like, here's how I know?
Have you ever heard of dreaming or dream time before?
I've dreamed.
Fair play. So dreaming or dream time for Aboriginal people, that just explains the creation period. And during dream time, ancestral beings erupted to a featureless world and they created the landscape how we see it today. So they created Kata Juta over there, Uluru in the background, the languages, the trees, everything. Out here in the national park, we call it Chocopa. That's because to the Ananu, local custodians, this word dreaming or dreamtime is derogatory because it infers that the stories are not real, that they are dreamt up like the word infers, but to them these stories are very real. You could say it's their religion, so that's why they have shared their own word, and it's a huge honor because most communities actually don't share their own word. So today we're going to speak a lot about Chocopa stories, and as I said about Chocopa, there's not too much known for us Pirampa non-indigenous because it's a sacred men's site. You have to be an initiated Ananuwati, a man, to know certain stuff about it. But since the Ananu see us as chichi, as children, I can tell you plenty of stuff about Uluru. And we can see physical evidence that these creation beings left behind. We call that Chukaricha. And that's what we're going to do today.
So if I understood that correctly, this was a blank slate, and then this is what came from their minds, and this is what was created.
Yes, so if you believe in Jesus Christ, then God created the earth, right?
Yep.
And for them it's just multiple ancestral beings. That could be giant snakes or lizards, birds, could be humans as well. It just works a bit different, and they don't really have one god or multiple gods. They're really connected to the earth. Pretty much every animal has a creation story to it. So you have to understand that we have hundreds of different Aboriginal cultures in Australia, and that's just one part. 200 kilometers down the road, that could be completely different language, different, like if you look at Europe, over 30 different countries, for instance, so different culture, different language, and the country itself has different areas, and so on and so on and so on. Same thing here. The Western Desert is as big as Portugal. Just here in the national park, we got 4 different languages.
Oh wow.
So we got Pidgin Jara, Yankan Jara, Nana Jara, Luricha. So it's completely different than most people actually think, yeah.
All right, now I believe you're a guide.
We're gonna go to Walpa Gorge, translates to windy gorge, so it can in fact be really windy, but we're not gonna go inside because we're gonna go to Uluru, which is the highlight.
Never thought our first day in Australia would be guided by a German. We didn't even intend to be here. Massive lightning strike at like 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's sick.
It was massive. We might get what? Waterfalls?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
There's no way! There's no way!
What?
We might get waterfalls, and Jerry goes, what does that mean? We're gonna have waterfalls. But what does that mean? Water's gonna fall. But what does it mean?
It's a valid question. What if waterfall means something else to them?
This is pretty.
Yeah, it's nice. You hear the sound they make? That's why in Pidgin Jara they're called Nini. Pretty much every bird is named after their sound.
Well, that means we call chickens peacocks.
Yeah.
God scared me.
550 million years ago, before the dinosaurs, before life on land, we had the Peterman orogeny. It's a mountain building process where 2 tectonic plates bump into each other and they're gonna form mountains. In this case, they formed the Peterman Ranges. They are covered in ice and in snow. And eventually this ice and the snow would begin to melt and rain would start to fall. So this would create rivers that would flow down into the open plains.
Not waterfalls.
Not waterfalls though. Because there's no life on land, there's no botanical protection. And this is why it's relatively easy for the water to erode the mountains over millions of years. So over 50 million years, all this eroded material is deposited in 2 different alluvial fans. You might know it as river deltas. So the first river delta is filled with bigger material like cobblestones and big boulders and gravel and such things. Then we have a second river delta that is filled with lighter material, just like sand. Reason being, sand is way lighter, it can travel further, quicker, and the first river delta acts like a filter. And this pressure of the inland sea creates friction, and friction creates heat. So these 2 river deltas are being cooked together over 50 million years to solid rock. Also, muds and silts sink to the bottom of the ocean and cover these 2 river deltas. After 50 million years, the inland sea is evaporated. The only thing that's left are a lot of salt lakes. We have hundreds of salt lakes in this area. Now we have 2 solid rock formations underground. 450 million years ago, we have another orogeny, the Alice Springs orogeny. This one creates the McDonald Ranges. Takes 90 million years, and this essentially sends shockwaves over here. You could say an earthquake. And this buckles, falls and tilts these 2 rock formations underground. And over the past 70 million years, there is a valley created between Karachuta and Uluru. And this makes wind wash and blow all the sand away, and this exposes the 2 tips of these enormous rock formations. So later on, we'll go to Uluru and you'll see the sediment layers are vertical. Uluru is 348 meters high from the surrounding plain. Katachuta here a whopping 546. So just to put that into perspective, Uluru is a couple meters higher than the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Wait, what?
What is really crazy is how much is still underground, because that's only the tips, right?
Most times it's like at least double.
3 to 6 kilometers underground.
Oh, that's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's why
Look
it's.
at the diagram, obviously.
That is not to
Oh, so that
scale.
really is just the tip.
Yes, it's like an iceberg.
Yeah, that's great.
So geologists use the term Inselberg, which is actually German, don't ask me why. It just means island mountain. One last question, why do you think everything is so red?
Iron.
Yeah, very good. So it's rust. So to sum all of this up, we are looking at 2 rusty recycled mountain ranges. Thank you.
Wow.
I think it's almost time to go to Uluru, the main highlight in my opinion.
So apparently these guys don't care about bugs, but we are little
I'm getting
babies.
messed up.
Dude, look.
I'll give one to Evan too, because Elton said he didn't want one.
Right.
So,
So you just throw this over your head?
oh my god, so much better. I honestly am so happy right now. Do I look good?
You look sick.
Thank you so much.
Go. Glasses.
Dude, I feel like my ghost.
You literally. Oh my god. That is so good.
This is a great idea.
Yeah, if you're coming to Australia, get one of these nets because these bugs are ruthless.
This is what the conglomerate looks like. It's probably not the best place to show
all
it.
the big rocks
But
put
yes,
together.
exactly. So you can see that they're super smooth. Definitely smoother than you might expect because they've been lying in riverbeds for millions of years. And all the sand that brushed past it acted like sandpaper. And now they're super smooth, and you can see the muds and sills that sank to the bottom. That acts like concrete now. So if you look around, it looks almost like humans made it. We get the question on a regular basis if aliens built this thing. So actually no. Yeah, so this is probably the furthest we can go right now.
Sure.
Okay.
Beautiful.
This is cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Green mixed with red looks so cool.
Yeah, it's a refuge for all animals and plants out here because there is a lot of shade, there is water. We do have sometimes camels coming over here.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be here. They were brought over to build an old railway called the GAN. Once it was done, it was finished, they told the Afghan cameliers, please shoot your camels, they're gonna create huge problems. But they were like a part of the family, right? So some of them, yes, they did shoot them, but most of them actually let them roam free. And now the numbers are estimated to be in between 500,000 and 3 million feral camels.
It's a huge range.
Yes. Biggest number in the whole world. Australia is the largest camel exporter in the whole world.
Wow.
Yeah. During your stay, try camel sausages. They're actually quite nice.
It's camel, emu, and kangaroo.
This is their version of Meat Lover.
Because the population's
Alright,
too
I
high.
think
So
Yeah.
it's encouraging everyone to eat camel sauce.
Please eat them. There's too many.
I think we might need to do like a rain dance. Maybe the rain will come.
Go ahead, Jared.
Do it.
I think you should lead the
Do
way.
it. No, you should do it.
You want me to do
You should do
it?
the rain dance in their original dialect as well. Rain dance can't just be seen, it has to be heard.
Can you give me an example of what original dialect is? So I'm not.
First of all, they roll the R. It's a lot of like TJ, so like Katachuta. Right? So
Okay, got it.
Oh, wow, he's so confident.
Oh, I literally just felt the rain drop.
I can feel it.
Well
I can
done.
actually feel it.
The rain or his spirit?
Happening.
The rain, not the
We were driving here, it started to rain,
Yeah.
and you got insanely excited.
Yes.
Now it's raining. Can you explain why that was so important to you?
So only 1% of all visitors see rain out here. Super, super rare, even this right now. Smelling it, seeing it. The last time we had rain was 4 weeks ago, which is actually quite recent. It might not rain again for the next 10 years. It happened before in the 50s and 60s, a 9-year-long drought. So this is super unique. Almost no one ever sees rain out here. And on top of that, if it really starts pouring out of buckets, we might see waterfalls.
What are those, Jerry?
What's waterfall?
Water falling off the rock.
Off the. Oh, got it.
Yes.
So it's not that.
And
This is
here
not
down
what you call
under we
waterfall.
call it waterfall because it's falling water.
God.
This shiny metallic look is only there when it's wet.
I think I see a waterfall. Really skinny white line. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is. That's a waterfall. Oh my god.
It's making its way down.
Yes, a waterfall is spawned. There's another one coming in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even see that. Oh my god, please keep raining.
You can have anything you want. La da 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 da. La da da da. Anything you want. La da da da. Tell everyone you can have anything you want.
You're not tricking us, right?
Maybe. Too late. No.
Do you feel it?
I feel the rock.
No, there's more to the rock.
Do you smell it? What it's
The REM pod just went off.
Look at my joke, babe.
Oh, do I
you.
smell it? Oh, do I smell what it's cooking? Right, got it.
Now do what you do. If you want it.
So this here, rock art, thought to be 5,000 years old.
Whoa.
At least. The last piece around Uluru was added in 2004. It's called Kulpi Ninkaku. Kulpi translates the cave in Pidgin Jara. Ninka is the bush boy. In every boy's life, at some point, an elder is gonna look at that boy and he's gonna go, this boy is ready to become a man, to go through men's business. He will go out into the bush and learn how to be a man. So they go with their father, grandfathers, all the brothers, uncles, and so on. And they learn how to hunt, how to make weapons, how to travel the land, how to find water. The list is pretty long. Rock art is always an indicator of teaching, so this probably is Chukopa knowledge for bush boys.
This is their textbook.
Yes, that's like a blackboard in school, exactly.
Wow. And it looks like some of it's carved and some's like a red.
Yeah, so this
painting
is ochre. Ochre from Alice Springs mixed with animal fats.
Okay.
Yeah. And the black and white is charcoal and ash from the desert oak trees, which are not here right now. Here specifically, they learned how to hunt. So this is home to the only human-made hole around Uluru. And the Ninka sat behind it and learned how to hunt. Because we have a water hole here, we're gonna see it in a couple of minutes. And emus would come here to drink the water. And then the men would wait in the bushes and spear only the last, why not the first one or the one in the middle?
The others will keep coming back.
You're a legend. That's perfect. Spot on. It's directly over there.
Oh,
That little that thing right there.
Don't ask me how long that must have taken.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
And it's like a perfect little circle too. That's so cool.
This here, by the way, is our bush plum. That's unulli. You can see them coming up here. One plum contains 2 times the amount of vitamin C than an orange. But I guarantee you, if you eat that stuff, you're gonna finish today on the toilet. Our stomachs are not made for that amount of vitamin C.
I was gonna say I love plums.
This is way cooler in person than it looks on any pictures online.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So this over there is the cave that unfortunately has been desecrated. So this is home to beautiful rock art. And this bench here is where apparently Princess Diana sat. If you want to sit where she sat, feel free, it's a bit wet now.
There.
So you do have the option. This grass around here is actually invasive. It's called buffalo grass. Comes from South Africa.
Oh my god,
These
dude.
things.
Oh, that's ants.
These are ginormous.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Right there.
If I stand to walk 100 miles a night.
There you're gonna see a heart in the rock.
World's deadliest slip and slide.
That looks fun. But tonight's gonna be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't change my mind. I won't live to see another day. Swear it's true. 'Cause a girl like you is impossible to find. Impossible to find. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't know the rest.
I don't even think that was it.
A lizard.
What's that one called?
It's a skink.
When you go to guiding school, is there like legitimately a class on like Irwinism? Like how to be a guide at that same level of enthusiasm? Because I feel like anyone who's coming here is expecting like Australian guides to be like, good eye, like you know, like
100%.
super animated. So do they? Is that something they teach you?
No.
No.
And we do have guides that are like, yeah, so Cunha came
Oh,
over.
awful, awful.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
them.
This is beautiful. I wish they were not singing right now.
Wow, imagine that waterfall.
Yeah.
crazy.
So this place here is known as Kapi Murichulu. Kapi in Pidgin Jara translates to water. If you're very silent for a second, everyone here, listen to the water dribbling. This is a very sacred place for the Ananu. Water is always rare out here, so we're gonna treat this place with quiet respect. So this is the biggest and deepest waterhole around Uluru. So if you cannot find water here, you will not find water anywhere else. And I was saying earlier, we do have water-holding frogs, also known as burrowing frogs. And they're super cool little creatures because they burrow themselves, hibernate down there, and when it rains, they come up. They sound like sheep, they mate, and then we have a lot of tadpoles here, and then the cycle begins again. So let me show you what they look like.
Oh my gosh!
Shit, that's not even close.
Yeah, so that's
cool.
them, and they are everywhere, and they sing together. So the first time I was here, me and my buddy, we thought we are hearing sheep, like hundreds of them. And we walk closer, boom, frogs everywhere, walking on the path.
No way.
It's so cool. Very cool. It's awesome. Hearing this, and we still see it dribble down,
Yeah.
is super rare.
This is amazing. What a change in color.
So we haven't had a moment to actually talk about this Australia trip at all because we literally got on a 16-hour flight, went through customs, immediately jumped on like a 2.5-hour flight, got to here, got a rental car, got to the hotel, dropped off our bags, immediately hopped in to start this tour, and literally have not even had a moment to process or even explain to you what's coming up. We're here for 19 days, and in those 19 days, I'm not exaggerating, we're probably doing 40 days worth of things, maybe even more.
I mean, even today alone, this is already at least 2 to 3 days worth of things, and that's why we had to hire a specific person to help us squeeze it all into one. We're just hyper speeding everything.
So we're going from Ayers Rock all the way to Alice Springs, up to Darwin, then down to Adelaide, through the Great Ocean Road, into Melbourne, all the way up across into Sydney, up the Gold Coast, then to Brisbane, then we go up to Cairns to finish it out. So we're literally covering the entire country. On top of that, 7 nights as of right now, we're doing Haunted. Like the actual overnight channel, that entire setup is here with us, with all the ghost hunting gear. There's literally one day where we are swimming with dolphins at 8 in the morning, flying in a fighter jet at noon, and then ghost hunting at night.
Yeah.
That's the type of schedule we have throughout this entire trip. Knowing that this is my 3rd time here in Australia, we had a little bit of an advantage with planning things and making the most out of it.
And the rest of our first time, so we're really excited to see what happens here.
We went a little overboard, but yeah, every animal experience you could ever imagine, every adventure you could imagine, including visiting the Australia Zoo, right, the Irwin Zoo, it's all in there. I'm still moderately jet lagged, and we still have a packed day, and then we wake up at 5 in the morning tomorrow to go camel riding.
Actually, 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning, we're going camel riding. That's what's in store for Australia.
It's a lot. I'm so excited because you never know. This might be our only time visiting, so we're gonna do everything. We're gonna see all the animals. We're gonna do all the activities. We're also going to an island one day.
I don't think I've eaten in like 30 hours. So.
All right, let's go to our dinner then.
Whose little is here? Whose little
See if this works. Give me your hand. Look at this stuff.
This little water thing.
Lick it. Trust me. Is it sweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
honey grevillea. It's known as Kalin Kalinpa, and Ananu use it to make cordial-like drinks, stir it in water, and then you have it like an iced tea.
So this is natural.
Yes, that's natural nectar.
It's a natural sweetener.
It's sick.
Hold on.
All right, we gotta keep going.
Hold on. What do you think natural means? Or, let me ask you this. Do you think this is unnatural?
I was doing it for the audience. You know, sometimes it doesn't click in their head that it's a natural sweetener.
Don't project.
Back me up here, please. Come on now, fans.
Try to find a fresh one with a green bottom bit, like, I don't know.
You just squeeze it?
Yeah, just don't break it off. It's a national park. Just slap it on your hand.
Literally your specialty.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. What's going on?
best of seeds? Whose little is here?
The cool thing is we can see Katachuta and
Yeah, that's
Uluru.
really cool.
My brain is completely fried anyway, because before I came out to Australia, I learned American English on my own, right?
Whoa.
So that was great.
How?
You know,
Yeah.
YouTube, Instagram, even Netflix, like Hollywood.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, like videos. And then I flew out here. Then I thought, yeah, you've got American friends. That works out great. They're telling you all the time, yeah, English is great. Australians don't speak English at all. They have their own slang. They're like, yeah, mate, let's go to the server, have some brekkie. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure thing, yeah. And now I'm not saying can't, but can't, and not cookie, but biscuit, and taxi, not cab. You know, all these different things. And then I met my girlfriend that is English
Oh my god.
from London. So my brain can't handle all these different versions.
Whose English is better though? Settle it once and for all. Australians, British, or us? There's a reason why you learned ours first.
man, okay.
Reason.
I hope, Rachel, you don't see this, but American English is better.
You heard that, Rachel? Mic drop on that.
Oh my god.
American English and Rachel.
Don't listen to them.
It's a cookie, not a biscuit.
And then obviously I'm German, right? So I have another language in my brain.
You're doing great, man.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah. None of that makes me want to make it rain though.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet. That was just the warm up. Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh.
Did it work?
I'm so impressed right now.
I was impressed too.
That was
Did it
really-
work?
Oh my god. Oh, your hands are all
He gets struck by lightning.
This fan's bleeding.
You were caught red-handed.
Ah.
Thanks. That was extremely cinematic. Well done.
You do have a teeny tiny bit, that's probably wrong, whatever, of stromboli bread. You put it into either olive oil or balsamic vinegar, and then you put it in the salt bush dukkha. Salt bush is a native plant, grows around all the salt lakes here. It's beautiful.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, so good. Where did I say this?
That's delicious.
Pickles are crazy good.
Bruh.
Really?
Damn.
Money too.
Wow, they're fire.
I've had better.
Okay.
Lightning.
And lightning.
It was
I haven't seen it once today.
Well, it's because you're not paying attention.
Say you're too busy staring into your husband's eyes.
I'm too busy staring into your beautiful, sexy eyes.
Well, if that was the case, you'd see the lightning reflecting in my eyes.
No, they're beautiful, but they're not reflective.
Oh, now it's cool. Oh, now it's cool.
Did you see that?
Wow, now it's so cool to see lightning.
There was like 3.
No shit. Been saying that for the last fucking hour.
Am I allowed to put this away?
Yes.
Or do you want to lick it a little bit more?
That's what he said. God
He wants to lick it while you hold it.
Okay.
Let's go to find the island.
Have the bestest of times on your A, B, C, D, E.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell Rachel everything you said about it.
No.
That was a crisp one.
I wish there's security cameras at the restaurants.
That was.
Can you tell the viewers what happened? Because
He had a little itty bitty moth on his shoulder.
It was not.
Little itty bitty, and I wish I'm so tired. I would. He was just a little bitty bug, and he went. And then ran. It was at least 150 feet away.
It was. First of all, it was this big.
It was
And
pretty
it,
big.
it freaking turned its head towards my face, and I was like, I'm trying to stay cool. Don't walk towards.
You're gonna have fun holding that snake tomorrow. You know they have tarantulas, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
Oh, that's cool.
nightmare, dude.
Is it really?
Yes, just spiders, bro. I don't with the spider. I don't like the
The
spider.
dog's gonna get hard.
Are you serious?
I said,
You're gonna really play with the spider? Can we?
I said, any animal that will let us hold them, can we please all hold that animal? And they said, yeah, they love to be held. You guys should show what the kind of pizza you got, though.
Good call.
twins.
Is this it?
It might be. Oh,
So kangaroo sausage
Yes.
and
Emu salami.
I thought it was camel salami. No,
Camel sausage.
it's camel, emu, and kangaroo.
This is their version of Meat Lover.
nice. Excited for tarantula lover tomorrow.
Oh, I was joking.
You yelled at me.
Evan took a bite and Jerry was like, no, flip me on camera, and then Evan puked it back onto his pizza.
I didn't eat it yet.
Turned off the camera for 3 seconds and all of that happened.
Put it in your mouth right now. Jesus Christ. Can't believe I have to say that every time.
Cheesy. That's still cheesy. Is it?
Yeah.
Like,
Put it back out.
real quick.
No, I think you can keep it. You can keep it in your mouth.
Alright. Good night. Good day, mate. You ready to wake up?
Yeah.
You You ready to go watch the sunrise with some camels?
Yeah.
Are you ready to do a beautiful 5-hour drive all the way to Alice Springs?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to go to a reptile park and hold a snake and hold a tarantula? Give me some energy. Give me some Australian
I'll be
energy.
there, and I'll be there.
Honestly, I was not expecting to be serenaded this early in the morning. Cut this camera.
We can ride camels!
Give me like this.
Are you practicing?
Yeah.
Ginger's driving.
I have total faith in you, Ginger.
Why?
What did you keep waking up from last night?
Oh, so I woke up 3 times last night, and Jerry was speaking Mandarin all 3 times.
In his sleep?
In his sleep, yeah.
That's crazy.
According to Ginger, he was casting spells on us.
That's crazy.
So if it happens again tonight, then I'm going to try to record it.
Please do,
Because it was
actually.
really-
I'm so curious what I was saying.
The only word I could kind of remember was like, see ya.
See ya.
But I don't
Sa.
remember.
Really?
What does that mean?
Sa means yes. Yes.
Yes.
Once he's going, yes, yes, yes.
The skull is so crazy with like the big gap in front of its teeth.
What's the gap in front of?
Like, there's
Is
not
that what
much
the
up
lip's
there.
supposed to be?
It looks like there's like teeth in the front, but then like chomping teeth in the back.
The nose peg. When they chew, their bottom jaw swings wide. Oh, so this whole piece just goes.
It's really interesting.
Right.
Look how big the eye is.
I never thought camel eyes popped out forward like that. You know?
Because then they see on the side.
Yeah.
You can see everything. It's like the side hairs. It's so cool.
So most of you guys will be riding by pairs. So it's very, very important the heaviest person go in the back, okay? So you're gonna go up very slowly. You're gonna bring your leg through the bars. He's gonna feel you. There's just a piece of leather here, so you don't wanna flop on him. You might remember.
He may hold a grudge against you. He might get revenge in 20 minutes when no one's looking.
If you hit him, you try to get some revenge on you.
Oh my god.
I should work here.
So the camel, the way they stand up, it's a little bit funny, but it's also dangerous if you're not paying attention because it's a swing forward.
You can have one of my personal favourites, Curly. He's got a bit of a foot fetish, that camel.
Oh, great.
Right down there. So then you two, hope you like a joyride. I'm going to give you Captain Dramatic, Tim Tam.
Nice.
So he's gonna be screaming and going off, and he's gonna launch up quick. But once he's standing, he's super chill. He's a current racing camel, so this was him getting excited.
This is
for work.
awesome.
And
Captain Dramatic.
The name Tim Tam, and then you're going to be just in front on our off-road camel Rover. So head down that way again.
Perfect, thank you.
It's like they named the camel after us. Captain Dramatic. I love that so much. She's like, he's gonna scream, he's gonna throw a fit, but you'll have fun.
So Evan and I just got assigned to one of her personal favorite named Curly. We're looking for Curly that has a foot fetish. Okay. Curly looks like he's asleep. How you feel?
I'm excited. I've never rode a camel before.
Ever?
No.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I missed it in Egypt.
That was Evan's first time riding a camel.
I've never ridden a camel before.
Ever.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I'm very excited.
They vibe. They just ride.
Do they vibe with you?
Oh, you guys weren't there for this. Ours, they said, your camel is going to scream and be wild and crazy, and his name is Captain Dramatic. Yeah, he's just resting up before he freaks the f out, I guess.
That is way taller than I thought.
The same.
That's really impressive.
Long way up and a long way down, as we like to say.
I was having fun and now I'm scared. That's really scary and intimidating.
Don't camels spit?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, the good ones swallow. Those are the ones without teeth. Yeah, you laughing now? Look at that circular motion.
I'm just thinking,
What do
these
they
are the
mean by
videos
that?
we're going to send to countries to be like, can we come to your country? Maybe you could like help us.
Yeah, we're gonna
and-
their country. Hey, something's going Patreon, okay?
Yeah.
And it's up to me what that is when I watch it and editing and go, did I hate
Woo!
myself for saying that? Yo, why are you staring at me, dog? This dude just, what you want? Bro, does he not look like he belongs in like the street corner in downtown LA? I mean, I'll run you around these streets right now. Hop in my bag, bro.
He actually does though. Like, look at him.
He heard his name and he went, I'm up. It's my time. Sounds like hell is bubbling up. Bro,
Jed. Oh my
I
god.
think I could recreate that noise if I tried.
I know.
It made it rain.
Jerry's on the back of our
No,
Yeah,
dude,
he's
that's
gonna
what I
spit all
was thinking
over
this whole time.
Oh my
Spit all
god.
over you.
Oh, no.
You're gonna be 6 inches from that mouth.
Ew,
Don't make him
dude.
hard.
All right, my rider's for Curly.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Hi, Beast.
That's
Nope.
the beast. This
I
is
know,
just Curly.
I know, I'm just like...
Introducing yourself.
Yeah, because I don't want,
I hear
we're
ya.
friends, we're
I
friends.
hear ya. You're cool.
we don't have to...
In the farm, we're all fam.
Yeah, we all... I like that. We all fam.
Put your left foot in here for me. Hold on to this right. There you go.
Slowly.
Yeah, and step on through. Don't swing your leg behind.
Boy, staring at you.
Hi, buddy. All right, pop your left foot in here. Hold on, whatever's comfortable. You can give him a boot behind you.
Oh, boy.
Perfect.
Oh, God. Please don't.
All right, bud.
Whoa! That was so cool.
That was actually really cool.
Good boy.
Yeah, for the most part, he's a huge teddy bear. It's just when he's going to work.
So cute. Yes.
He's like, yeah, I am.
Yes.
Kind of romantic.
This is kind of romantic. You guys think you're gonna kiss later?
You know, at one point, I think with the sunrise, we might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my rider's on Tim Tam. Your camel's gonna start making some crazy noises as soon as you get on.
Why is he X racing?
Because we just don't host races here anymore.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right, my back rider.
Who do you think?
Whoever's having I don't get involved in that conversation.
Don't put her on the spot.
Who do you think? I believe that I would like my head to say Timmy.
Wow.
Push.
Hold him down.
Left foot in here. Hold on, whatever's comfortable. Step through, watch that back rope. You're okay, bud. Push down.
Okay.
Push down, Timmy.
Yes.
Damn, I got that dude.
Okay, I'm ready. All right, bud. Hold on, lean back.
Okay.
Up you go.
Wow. This guy's got some power to
Yeah, he's got some pep in his step.
Dude, I wish we could move him up and down like the hydraulics and the lowriders.
Hold on and lean back. Don't worry about that side.
Nice.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, yours is pee-peeing, Jonah. And pooping at the same time.
Aw, good job, buddy.
It's gonna be a fun ride, guys. I hope you get spat on.
Why?
Because it'd be fun.
No. Oh my God.
What happened?
It's gonna throw up. It is so close. We have a camel behind me named Beast, and it's been chewing on something for a cool minute now. But like whatever it's chewing is making him having this gag reflex.
We haven't even left yet, and they're already freaking out.
Boy is going like. You see him behind me? And he would go. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is the camel actually puking?
And look how close he is to me.
You're lucky. If a camel spits on you, it's good luck.
Yeah, like a bird poops on your head, it's like good luck for a day. The camel barfs in your mouth, it's good luck for a week.
Yeah.
Also, I should like catch it with my mouth.
Yeah.
You're okay. I know. I know.
These noises are crazy.
Good boy.
Our camel line is complete.
Off we go.
Jumping, can you feel it? We can make it tonight.
So up at the front, my name is Jay, just like the letter, and I'm riding a camel called Ted. On the farm, we have 63 male camels. Only 3 of them are able to do the job of a lead camel like Ted. So to be a lead camel, they have to undergo a lot of additional training. We do a lot of voice command work with them as well. They've got to have a nice, even personality. At the end of the day, we put all of our faith into our lead camels to bring us out on tour and bring us back in one piece. And then finally on our string is Rock. The Rock is named the Rock because you can barely see Uluru behind you whenever he's standing in front of it. Also named after Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for all of my American friends who are visiting. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 63 camels on the farm. All of them are castrated males.
They were all also at one point wild camels. We don't have a breeding program at the farm. We just go out and catch the ones that we want and we work with them. The reason that we go out and catch wild camels is because they've actually been labeled as a feral pest in Australia. Because they're not indigenous to the country and they're an introduced species, they also cause quite a bit of damage to farmer infrastructure. We don't have any girls on the farm, it's just a big boys club. And the reason we don't have any females is mostly because they're quite a bit smaller. They're more compact as well, so they don't have as much of a carrying load. And admittedly, they are quite a bit more difficult to train.
That's why his stomach's grumbling. He just keeps eating. I relate to that one more, to be honest.
Does he have the munchies?
He got the munchies.
So camels can live to be up to 50 years old in captivity. We definitely don't work them until they're 50. In the wild, they're pretty lucky to make it between 25 to 30 years old. There's not many natural predators in terms of camels. They're a pretty big, heavy animal that could do a lot more damage to a snake or a lizard than they would do to the camel. Primarily, the top predators for camels are other camels or humans.
The flies are waking up. They're like all over your face.
I forgot about your fly dance.
I forgot to put in that.
They're a pretty big, heavy animal that could do a lot more damage. All of your camels in the wild, with all of their bits and pieces for baby making, are actually a lot bigger than these guys are. They would have an additional 150 to 200 kilos of pure muscle mass on them. Now, once we desex them, it kind of mitigates most of the testosterone that flows through them. But in the wild, a bull camel who's in heat would be an absolute menace. They get super, super aggressive. There's this black pheromone substance that secretes from their neck. They pee all over their bodies. They also foam at the mouth. There's this fair kind of sac that sits at the base of their neck called the dula. They inflate that with air and they push it out of their mouth. They think they look super, super sticky, but you can also smell them and hear them from a mile away. And that's how they attract a female.
Here comes the sunrise.
Oh, he's so into it. Kim, if you're watching this, every time we're on this trip, he's lying to you. The things that we do, you don't want to know.
Like you talk in your sleep.
Is everybody still comfortable on their camel?
Yeah.
Slay, as they say.
Wait, is that? No. Is it? Yeah, it is. Is it not?
I don't know, you tell me.
It is though. That one has to be.
How can you tell?
Because it's just one big giant mess. That is the Ayers rock.
It's the only rock out here.
First of all, it is not the only rock out here. We learned this yesterday, Devin.
Yes, but there's no multiple heads.
That's why I'm saying that's the one.
You did not sound confident at all.
I'm confident.
Be confident.
I'm confident.
Even if you're wrong.
You are right, Evan. You are so
Actually, my last
ugly.
shift. Oh, you're just about 4 months. And then
I love you.
I'm gonna work on it.
The breath is hot.
What do you call the guy who delivers all the letter in Uluru?
I don't know.
The camel man.
So how long are you guys in Australia for? National Geographic Deegan. Hey.
I'm a bit scared.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do the camels get ready to have all their food ready for the week?
I don't know.
They can meal prep. Get it?
I got so lucky. So lucky. You want to know why? I just got myself. You ready? Oh my god. If you want a picture of that camel toe, hit me up. I got you on the DL.
What camel starred in the movie Braveheart?
Camel. I don't know his name.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson would be a great name for a camel.
That would be
Camel
Gibson.
Come on now.
You can take that.
I pride myself on trying to be the new animal namer on the farm.
If there was a female camel here in charge, what would you call her? Kamala Harris?
Nice, that's a good one.
If you mix a camel with a llama, it's a Kamala.
Ah!
And I was like, if we had a llama camel mix, she would be Kamala Harris for sure.
What's the best tea in the evening?
Chamomile?
Camel meal?
Chamomile?
Like how you have to say it syllable by syllable.
Chamomile?
Camel Gibson.
There's over 1 million wild camels that are traveling throughout Australia. The largest and the healthiest population left. They were first brought over in the late 1800s. They arrived in different ports on the west coast and in South Australia. And the reason that they first brought over camels was because none of the interior or the outback was really mapped out or built up. And horses and cattle and donkeys weren't well suited to work out in the desert because they couldn't go for extended periods of time without food or water. So whenever they started bringing over camels, they started importing them by the thousands, mostly from countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, Kazakhstan, Somalia, and Egypt. A lot of the first commercial goods were brought out here by camel. Railway was built by camels. They fueled all of the mines in the country and the outback as well. So did all of the heavy lifting, brought the first telegraph line from Adelaide up to Darwin. They actually just started reproducing in mass, and that's when the population started kind of getting out of control.
No pukey yet.
Dude, whatever he's eating, his whole lip is green. Like, boy is on one right now.
You've been seeing what he's been eating?
Look at the sun. There it can.
That's what I was hoping you would do.
What?
What Elton and Ginger just did.
What did they just do?
So you would turn around and then leave. He got my glove.
So camels are ruminary animals, so they have more than one stomach. They have 3. And those contractions and the burping and the swallowing you're feeling is them bringing up 3 to 5 day old food.
What?
And they do that thousands of times a day.
Whoa.
Did you guys hear that? They're chewing on their old vomit.
That's why he's trying to puke.
Oh.
So the reason that they do that is because it's actually how they extract all of the energy and moisture from their food. As they're bringing it back up, they're properly able to mix it with their saliva, and that's when they extract all of the water and all of the protein and nutrients and convert that into fat.
What the heck?
They're related to alpacas and llamas, but unlike alpacas and llamas, they can't actually spit because their tongue doesn't extend past their lower teeth. So they actually just projectile vomit instead.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
Most camels would never do it unless they felt threatened or in danger. But don't worry, if anybody does get spewed on, it's a souvenir you'll never lose because that scent will never come out of your clothing.
Honestly though, that'd be kind of dope. You eat a pizza, you eat something, you just scarf it down, and then you keep it in your belly, like...
And your hunger just...
And then you get to chew it again. That's kind of awesome.
Do you know where a camel stores its water? That's it? That's what we got?
That's all I got.
That's okay, because every single one of us growing up was told that camels store water in their hump.
It's not?
It's not.
Stop.
The hump is pure solid fat.
This is not fat, it's so hard.
Exactly, it's solid fat.
What?
So that's anywhere from 30 to 90 kilos of pure fat.
That's a lot.
So the big round bellies that our camels have, it's not fat. There's actually no layers of fat on their stomachs. It's all water. And then as their water moves through their system, their kidneys kind of decide what they're gonna hold on to and what they're gonna let go of. But a camel's blood cells are able to swell with water up to hundreds of times its natural size. And their kidneys will just recycle that water throughout their bodies as they're going.
Without any food or water, how long can they survive for?
10 to 12 weeks.
Oh, got it.
In that 10 to 12 week period, your camel would lose about 35% of its total body mass.
Ooh.
The hump would completely disintegrate to just be a flat back. But as soon as food or water comes within a 12-kilometer radius, they're able to smell it and lead themselves to that source.
Wow, that's impressive.
Now, without water, just green vegetation up to a year without water.
Damn, that's really cool.
I mean, you have to live out here.
Yeah, there's really not much out here.
Yours is actively pooping while walking.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
It's like poop, 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 poop. It looks like it's like shooting out.
Dropping bombs.
Yeah.
So because they extract all of the water and all of the nutrients, it's super, super dense and concentrated. It's actually got like a coating on the outside of it, which is almost like an eggshell. So it doesn't really smell all that much as well. It'd be much worse.
Take me on a trip around the moon. You add shooting stars to all my blue.
Do you hear how bubbly it is? It keeps going.
It's whenever your camel's not ruminating that it's actually something to be concerned about. It's an indication that something's not right or that they're not feeling well.
So all that gassy bubble, that just means they're healthy.
That they're not stressed.
Yeah, exactly. So Beast here is just a really healthy camel. That's all.
So Curly's not. Curly's stressing. You good, buddy?
It's those little indicators that you really have to be aware of whenever you're working with the animals, because they've all got super, super unique personalities and characteristics. They're kind of like a huge puppy dog. So once you kind of learn your camels and their characteristics and what makes them tick, or how they usually behave, it's super, super important to be able to monitor them.
So our tour is ending soon. Look at them.
Oh my God, he snuck one in.
Got him.
He kissed me on the cheek.
Did you learn anything good today?
I actually learned a lot about camels.
I feel like we learned that a lot of things I thought were true are actually not true about camels.
Yeah, I don't know why people lie about that. Who made up the lie about water in their hump?
I fully believe that. You believe that too?
I mean, that's just what I was taught.
Okay, think about this too. I have at home that holds your water while you're on hikes, and you put it and it's right on your back like a little hump.
Oh, camel pack.
Do they know?
Unless that was designed to just put pure liquid fat into, and you bring that on a hike with you, and then we as ignorant Americans filled it with water, and then camel pack was like, I guess we'll put a straw on it now. It's probably just meant to be filled with liquid fat.
Okay, so I'm gonna go home and put fat in mine instead of water. I don't know what I was thinking.
Honestly, that makes way more sense.
So we're the dumb ones.
I think we are. TSA, fill your camel pack with liquid fat.
I got a container of bacon fat in my fridge.
Dude, seriously, put it in your camel pack.
I will.
We've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Teddy, push. Teddy.
Teddy bear.
More like Ted Bundy right now.
Come on.
Yep. Just. Yeah, we'll stay here for like 20 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Cuddles.
That's cute.
Hi, Bubs. Thank you.
Aw.
That was nice.
Probably a roller coaster ride. That is so
All right.
Oh my God,
There
the
you
drop.
go, guys. Come on, Bubs.
Oh.
Good boy.
Whoa. Oh,
Yeah, he drops it like it's not.
That was awesome.
You were just
Holding
the
on and
best.
leaning back.
Thank you, baby.
That was fun. Good job, guys.
My first time riding a camel.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool.
Good job.
And on 3, say camel toe. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
So good.
Biggest camel toes you'll ever see. Hopefully.
Do you have any last words for your camel? You want to go say goodbye to him?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Thank you. Little munchkin face.
Aw. He said.
Parting words for Captain Psycho?
Captain Dramatic. How would you feel if I called you Psycho instead of Dramatic?
You do that all the time.
It's pretty chill. It wasn't dramatic at all. Right? You're not even dramatic. They're just gaslighting you, huh? You're not dramatic.
Thank you, Curly. You're my first camel ride, and I really enjoyed it.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You're the cutest, you know that. You're such a sweetheart.
Oh my! Why would you do that next to?
You just heard it for the last hour.
My God. Actually, me and Beast have like a personal thing. I'm very, very happy you didn't spit on me, but I just want to say I love you. It's been a pleasure munching with you.
That was cool.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure getting to meet you guys.
Yeah, likewise.
You too.
Oh, my pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your road trip.
You're not gonna take part in this manly. Well, that's just the kind of price that you gotta pay. Said you have to go, but now you kinda wanna stay. Kinda wanna stay. 'Cause you're chasing.
Okay, we've been in Australia for 24 hours now. We have not met that many Australian people, and also I have not seen a kangaroo yet. So please, something better happen right now. Let's go.
That's so true. We have not had an Australian.
Are we actually in Australia?
I don't think so.
I just seen camels and Canadians.
True.
Where's the Roo? Oh, there he is. There's the Roo right there.
Is that what ELTON looks like when he wakes up?
Yeah, exactly.
One hand over the other.
And then he goes,
Oh, what the heck? It's already time to go.
he's big. How many human deaths by kangaroo?
49.
I was gonna
No, he
say
just
every
made up
hour. I'm gonna say
kangaroo deaths per year.
per year in Australia, 10.
Bro,
Oh,
stop. Oh my God.
Wait, what's stopping the kangaroo from just jumping over the fence?
You think kangaroos can jump that high?
Yeah, see? Really?
Do you by chance know how many people die per year?
No idea. Too many. That's how they kill people in the car, because they go through the windscreen, kick people to
See,
death.
that's what I'm saying.
That's through the wind?
And they kick you to death.
Yeah, that's how you die. Yeah.
Oh
Most of the time.
Okay, my guess was 10.
Google says 37.
I win!
Only 37. Wow.
Okay, so I'm not afraid of him anymore. What are the odds?
The most dangerous animal that kills 82 people per year is what?
A spider?
Yeah, I might say
snake.
Yeah.
Snake makes more sense.
Snake. You're out.
I feel like it's like cattle. Bam!
What? Oh, yeah, car accidents there, right?
Oh, you're smart.
Did you just...
Oh!
That's your daughter! That's your daughter! Chill out, Diddy! Oh wait, no, that's the daughter. Never mind.
Damn.
Make another sibling.
How heavy that must have been. Like, imagine if that animal did that to one of us. We would just die.
Oh no, you just pooped out his daughter's head.
Oh my god.
There's poop.
Oh no!
You all sad.
That's terrible, Dad.
Oh, move your head! Move your head!
What are you doing?
Dude, this dad sucks. He's like making moves in front of the door.
Oh man. Time to review. Overall, we've done camel riding in a few different places, different countries. This, I think, is the best experience we've had. We were talking about this, and normally they just kind of like toss you on the camel and then just go. Granted, maybe not all the times do the guides speak English, but in this one, I felt like we learned a lot.
They love their camels here.
Yeah.
They love them so much. They take such good care of them. They taught us so much about how to treat them right, and then, you know, just the history and the nature of them is great.
It's interesting because this place is kind of born out of almost like tourism, but also necessity and kind of conservation, because there is such a rabid feral camel issue that they kind of go out to capture them in a way to kind of save them and repurpose them and give them like a valued life and take good care of them. So it's a really cool experience overall.
Yeah. They even taught us how some of the camels in the wild just go after each other, then they end up being solo and injured. So a lot of the camels that are here are those ones. They kind of nurtured them back to life, and instead of sending them back out, they just take us on rides.
Yep. And this is only literally a 2-minute drive or 5-minute walk from like the campgrounds, because everything in Uluru is kind of in one central area. So everything you want to do is just right outside your door.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool sunrise experiences here too. Like, we could have done a walk in the nature, we could have done segways, but I think this was the coolest one.
I want to touch you.
Elton?
I want to touch you.
Be careful. Is that Beast? Okay.
Puppy, come here. Puppy, come here. Wait, hold on. Let me try this way. Crikey. Look at this one here, right? This one's a real thick camel, mate. This one, he'll drink up to 10 gallons of water a day, and he'll make you hold it all in his stomach. Most people, here's what they don't know. They think fat's in the hump. This one, I'll have fat in her ass. That's why we call her Beast. Crikey, have a good day, mate. All right, off to go. Let's go find a snake.
Okay, we just finished our morning camel sunrise adventure experience, ultimate experience. I said that twice.
Adventure.
Anyways,
Exciting.
now we're gonna pack our bags. We have 4.5-hour drive to get to Alice Springs, where we are gonna go play with some reptiles. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
I can't wait till someone says day. That's
Good
gonna be
day.
it for me.
What do you think the name of the first Australian we're gonna meet is?
Ooh, Nigel.
I'm gonna go with Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah.
Nice.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay, Jerry, what's your guess?
Adam.
Oh,
Adam?
Adam, but in the accent.
Jonah, what's your guess?
Jeff.
Jeff. We don't think it's gonna be a girl.
Yeah, why are all
True. True.
Elton?
Steve.
Okay.
If it's a girl, it's Brittany.
Brittany?
I'm gonna go with Brittany.
Oh, I hope it's Bindi. That's my...
Bindi?
Oh, Bindi Irwin? I would die. We're about to eat our first Australian meat pies that we got at a gas station, because apparently that's where all the good ones come from.
Yeah.
What flavor's yours?
I got classic beef.
I got chicken.
I got beef and pepper. Oh, I'm so excited.
So cute.
First bite on 3.
Good day.
2.
Oh, man.
Oh my
Mine is so cheesy. It looks like a chicken pot pie inside. That was delicious.
The beef is so tender and delicious.
Their gas stations are way better than ours out here. Their gas stations are gas.
Hey.
What you gotta do, get right.
at a botanical garden in Alice Springs where we heard there's kangaroos that roam freely, and we're gonna go try and find one.
We're gonna have a flex off with the kangaroo.
Honestly?
I will gladly lose in that flex off.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, Evan's biceps. I mean, we've been seeing them.
What's our strategy here?
I think we need to call, like you know how like you can like a bird chirp, like what?
That's a good idea.
What would a kangaroo sound like?
I actually don't know. I was gonna ask you to demonstrate.
Woo!
Yeah, I think it's working. Keep going.
Out of every noise I could have picked, why did I pick like an owl?
Okay, we can do that.
You sound like an owl that lost its voice.
Kangaroo. I'm not even getting or wallaby. I can't tell.
Oh yeah, it's up top.
Y'all doubted me. It worked.
He's coming to.
Yeah, watch him just start.
Oh.
What did I start?
Elton Irving, can you please explain what this is we're looking at right now?
Repeat my name real quick.
Elton Irving?
Crikey. Here's what we got in the Crikey Crike. Beyond Crikey, you've got two crikers. A crike in the bed, criking in their patch, and criking with each ear. They can crike as far as a crike can ever crike. Now, if a crike ever meets a croc, the croc crikes, and the crike crikes the roof. Because the roof comes in, and he goes, crike, why are you criking for me? I'm not criking for you, I'm crying for you. Get it, right? So that's why these here joeys are called crikers. Because they be criking about the crikes and the crikey creaker. Right, so now here's what happens, crikey. Crikeys meet the crikers, and they go into crikers, and they swim up the crikey. And they swim and scream and cry. Key.
Do the crikeys like
Now instead of high key, they're crikey.
That's a good question.
No, they eat biscuits here, you dumb crikey.
That was cool. I'm so happy that we got to see some kangaroos.
We're going to a whole place called Kangaroo Island soon. Oh, so we just did the waddle walk.
Wait, what? Really? A waddle walk?
Yeah,
do
so
it,
we
do
did.
it, do it, do it. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
So we went all the way up past the island.
Elton's trying to touch the wildlife. He does this everywhere we go.
Yeah, got it. You friends? Alright, they don't want to be friends.
Let's have a Joey in there.
Maybe.
Oh, it
yeah.
does. Oh my god, it's so cute.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, bye.
Bye. Kangaroos? Check. Now we're gonna go get food and head over to the reptile center to hold some creepy crawlers. Let's go. Hi, I'm Ginger.
Jerry.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Question. Is there a toilet where I can wash my hand or something?
Yes,
Okay.
so
I just
in-
ate chicken wings. I don't know if they might bite my hand.
It's probably won't.
You
I
know?
can't say for sure about the goannas.
I'll be right back.
He's just gonna leave.
That
He's
looks
so
like Gary
scared.
when he has a question.
I should start doing that now. Question.
So this is Jack. He's a central bearded dragon. They can live for about 15 to 20 years and he's 12 at the moment. So the reason that I grab it by the tail here when I picked it up is because these guys actually have really thin and really fragile ribs. And so if we squeeze around their body too hard, it can actually hurt and potentially break them.
I used to have one as a pet. I had two. It was Mao and Castro.
So they can lay anywhere from 15 to 30 eggs.
And where did he come from?
He's
How did
from
he-
captivity, yeah. So the majority of the animals that we have here were born in captivity either here or somewhere else and then sent to us. So we're the only place in Alice Springs that does reptile rehabilitation and release. We also do all the snake catching.
See how it hugs your hand?
And then if you lift your hand up.
He is so cold on the bottom. The scale is so crazy to me. But this can't kill me, right? No. Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Have you ever been bit by a snake?
I have not been bitten by a snake. No, I would like to keep that.
Yes.
Dude, honestly, this is how I imagine if I have a pet, I have it on my head.
I used to put my bearded dragon on my shoulder and walk around my house, and my parents would freak out.
He's really chill at the moment, but if we were to put him outside, he'd probably start going a bit nuts because it's breeding season. So he does this behavior called head bobbing, but it looks very aggressive. Like they do it with a lot of oomph, you know? So basically right now, you're saying to him, because he's a boy and you're a boy, you're dominant male. So outside of breeding season, the males head bob towards other males to be like, don't mess with me. If a male's head bobbing at her, she will do a really shaky overarm wave. And then the females also do a push-up. Yeah, like that.
Oh, I've seen the push-up thing.
Yeah, they do a
That's
push-up.
funny.
And that's the female's way of saying,
I don't mean to.
yeah, we can make it.
That's so weird. I head bob, you push up.
He's just thinking, I was like, dude.
Oh, well, that thing's crazy looking.
This is Bluey.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Blue tongue lizard. So they're actually the largest of the 7 types of blue tongue we have in Australia. They can get up to 60 centimeters long.
Wait, why does his tongue keep going crazy?
So they've got scent receptors on the tip of their tongue. They don't use their tongue as their main sense of smell. They do use their nostrils, but they can smell through their tongue.
He's smelling us right now.
In the wild, a blue tongue wouldn't be this chill.
How do they make?
It actually looks kind of aggressive. No, they don't. The male will walk up to the female and flick his tongue out at her, and he just bites onto her and just holds on.
Demonstration, please.
Like that?
A little bit more violent.
Violent, more violent. Ew. Oh, this is gross. Ew. This is so gross.
How do you do that?
Dad, stop.
In the animal kingdom, anything that has bright colors, like the blue tongue and the pink inside the mouth, it usually means the animal is venomous or poisonous in some way.
But not this, right?
No.
Why did you hesitate? It feels like a snake.
Technically, yes. Yes, technically even bearded dragons are venomous, but not enough to like
Kill
people.
Okay.
I would take a snake bite over a blue tongue bite.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, blue tongues hurt. They have really strong jaw muscles and really dull teeth because they eat hard-shelled animals. They eat beetles and snails. The only venomous reptiles that can actually kill you are snakes, and then there's this really cool lizard in Mexico called the Gila monster and the bearded lizard. So they're actually the only venomous lizards in the world that are venomous enough to kill a human.
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of like a wiener dog.
Wow. I was not expecting that texture.
This is Bubbles.
Oh my god, Bubbles! Is that the baby version of this?
Yeah, different species. So she's a northern blue tongue. Bubbles is a Centralian blue tongue. So this is the type of blue tongue we have in Central Australia.
So tiny.
Yours? Dude, look at the difference.
She's 10 months old.
Oh my god.
And how old is this one?
She's 12. Oh, yeah. And
Years or months?
Yes.
Okay.
Blue tongues can live like 20 to 30 years
Wow.
in captivity.
Wow.
So yeah, blue tongues are a little bit unique in that they give birth to live young. So most reptiles lay eggs, but blue tongues actually have live births.
You're the cutest thing ever. Look at you.
Crazy these things used to be like 1,000 times bigger and ruled this planet.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Now we're like, look how tiny you are.
Yeah. Evolution. You, huh, buddy?
Oh, hey, yo. Oh, I don't know what to do here. I don't know if I want to let it go. It might lick me.
Yeah, if you stay really still, don't move. She'll give you a kiss on the nose.
I know, just got.
I felt that.
Yeah, she'll just give you a lick on the nose. It's just a little kiss.
Did she get you?
Yeah.
She tipped it. Don't. Okay.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Oh yeah. He's so afraid.
So the next one, he's still kind of getting used to doing this. So you won't get to hold him. You can have some pats of him.
Oh my god, it's iguana.
This is Frank. So he's a Spencer's monitor or a Spencer's goanna. He's one of the wild animals that we've got here. So unfortunately, he was a victim of wildlife trafficking.
Is this full grown, or they get bigger?
They can get a little bit bigger.
Oh. How fast does this thing go?
If they want to, they actually can run quite quickly.
If I lay down, will it crawl on me?
It probably won't crawl on you, might crawl next to you.
Let's see.
You just can't hold it.
Trying to do tonight, huh?
These guys are venomous.
Yo.
Tell me more.
Oh, he's smelling you.
Feel my armpit? I didn't put deodorant on today, my bad.
So if you notice with his tongue, it looks like a snake's tongue. So goannas are actually where the snakes evolved from. So these guys are venomous, but not venomous enough to kill you. They have an anticoagulant venom, so it causes a lot of bleeding in when you do get bitten.
What is this guy's predator?
Larger ones will eat it, so like as a baby, feral cats, unfortunately, are a big issue. When they're threatened, they puff their throat up and then they kind of curl into themselves. They're just trying to look bigger and more intimidating. And then if whatever they're feeling threatened by is close enough, they'll use their tail like a whip. I have seen someone get broken bones from a parenti tail whip. So their tail is very, very strong. Another really cool thing, when they're threatened, they stand up on their back legs with their arms out and then puff their throat out. And they just stand really still like a statue.
I was gonna ask.
It's in a wooden box.
We not show him?
Yeah, actually, you come here.
You're gonna break me out, bro. What is it?
Oh, it's tiny.
My hands are sweating. My hands are sweating, dude.
Just don't jump or anything.
Oh, it's a snake! Oh my god! Hi, buddy. I thought you said you were getting more comfortable. I wasn't.
He's so afraid right now.
Oh my god! Oh yeah.
So he's a really small one.
You are so small, baby. Oh yeah.
Angel weighs 4 kilos. Fully grown, these guys get to 20 to 25 kilos.
Oh.
So she is really small.
You are very small. Oh, I'm so glad you're so small.
It's licking my ears.
She's just smelling you.
She's giving me.
it's even around here. Snake kisses.
On my ears?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going in your pants.
Oh, hello. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey.
Some karate moves over here.
I'm one with the snake right now. Come on, baby. Yes.
Are you feeling more comfortable now?
Yeah. I feel like I'm dancing with it. You know about the snake dance.
Snake calmer now. They're not so bad.
Not so bad. I like her a lot. She's calm. She's chill. She's just gonna get used to me.
I know. Are you doing okay, girl? This is so cool.
Do I look like Britney Spears? And how often does she eat?
She gets fed once a week.
When it gets to 20 kilos, what do they eat? I saw a
There's
video.
actually photos online of a fully grown olive python in Western Australia eating a freshwater crocodile.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, question. What is stopping this from eating us right now?
We are way too big. But also, they don't eat humans. Even out in the wild, humans don't get eaten by snakes.
She's starting to put her head through your hoop.
I'm so happy right now. Can you just leave me here?
Hi.
Wow, she is long.
I'm afraid to move my neck or my chin.
The snake scarf.
Does the color bring up my eyes?
Whoa, it's holographic. You're a little flamboyant snake, aren't you? How are people afraid of these guys?
They're really misunderstood.
What would this thing eat, like this size, if it was out in the wild?
They'll eat bats and rodents.
You are so beautiful.
I heard something that if you're out in the wild, you get bit by a snake, you need to like trap it or kill it because you need to know what kind of snake it was.
Not trying to kill it or hurt it, it's just more likely for something to go wrong and for you to get bitten.
So if you get bit, just go off.
Just leave it, yeah. We've got more stuff to have a look at. We've got a crocodile outside.
Crocodile?
These are one of the animals that most people
Little mini
for
stegosaurus.
us to see. These guys are the thorny devils. There's only 5 zoos in the world, including us, that keep them in captivity.
Why?
Because they are very fussy eaters. Each adult thorny devil will eat anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 ants per day, and they only eat 12 specific species of ant, which makes it hard to feed them if you're not in an area where their ants are naturally found. They're kind of like the koalas of the reptile world because they eat food that's really low in nutrients, so they have to eat so much of it. They spend a lot of their time eating.
What are y'all doing back there?
Crocodiles. Yeah, the little crocodile there.
Oh, what the hell? Oh!
So the person who kept it probably just didn't feed it very much, which is why it has a
okay. That's
Not
small,
that
right?
it's stunted, but crocodiles grow throughout their entire life.
How big should it be at 3 years old? Because I'm thinking 3 years is like 2 feet, something like that. No?
Well, I mean, freshwater crocodiles are generally smaller. Like when you go outside, you'll see our one. He's small for a saltwater crocodile.
Right. Sorry, saltwater crocodile.
Yeah, saltwater crocodiles get much larger.
Right.
This one here is an Elton python. They're regarded as one of the rarest pythons in the world. There's only approximately 2 of them found every year. They're in really inaccessible to human habitat, so that's why there's not heaps of them.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, so that's the female that Jack, the one you held, mated with.
Ah.
So her name's Bagheera.
Bagheera.
Yeah. So this is our Prenti.
Crazy.
So he's he's pretty small. So I caught one out of a guy's wardrobe in January. It had ran, his dogs were chasing it, and he opened the door to see what was going on with the dog, and it bolted inside and into his wardrobe. They're actually immune to the neurotoxins in snake venoms. If you have a large goanna in your backyard, it'll keep away snakes. So what they do is they try to grab the snake by the back of the neck, they shake it to snap its spine, and they swallow it whole like a piece of spaghetti.
Stop.
Yeah.
No way.
So they have to eat all their food whole as well.
That is a big boy.
The largest one ever caught and killed was 8.64 meters.
Wow.
Yeah. So Terry is 32 years old. He's about 3.5 meters long, weighs roughly 300 kilos. So he's still really small for a male saltwater crocodile because the males get way larger than the females do. So with saltwater crocodiles, Parks and Wildlife have a dedicated crocodile management team. So they do all of the population surveys, the trapping and all that kind of stuff when it comes to crocs. Fortunately, what happens when they're trapped is they get shot and killed. It's really hard to release salties because if you pop them in an area where there's already a larger male, like they're really territorial and they're just gonna get killed.
Is there a reason it's not deeper? Because he can't do that derpy stand-up
so
thing?
He can't. So you see the wire here? That's how high he can jump. This is where he gets fed from. So we put the chicken in this clamp.
Look at the feather!
So we drag that out into the middle of the enclosure and he jumps for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he just gets
what if we
eaten.
put Jerry on that thing?
If you want to go in and feed him, probably save us having to feed him for a while.
You're supposed to say no, that's not allowed.
She's like, we're on a budget!
They move very quick.
Jerry takes pride in how quick he moves. He's always telling people how good he is.
I'm actually pretty quick.
You about to pool scrub this guy? Oh my!
I was not expecting that. He can hold his breath for about an hour.
Whoa.
Fully grown, they can hold their breath for about 3 to 5 hours, but the longest time recorded for a crocodile staying underwater was 9 hours.
Whoa.
So there's no bubbles, no ripples or anything. You have no idea that there's a crocodile there. They're the most intelligent of all reptiles. These guys can't actually chew. So their teeth are really blunt. They're not sharp at all, but they have the strongest bite force of any land animal currently alive. They like to eat crustaceans and turtles and hard-shelled animals. So because they have to swallow everything whole, if they take a large animal, they've got to do the death roll. So they put a limb in their mouth, do the roll, and it tears that limb from a socket to be able to swallow it whole. With the head slap, they'll have it in their mouth. They'll come up on a diagonal out of the water, slap their head to one side, and the body just goes flying.
Oh my god.
And they'll have the limb in their mouth.
Yeah.
Everything's got to eat. That's just
I know
how
what I'm
they do
gonna
it.
Google tonight.
You know, as long as it's not me, I'm good.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So you can see how she's really dark at the moment. So they can go from their natural colors to black in about 15 seconds.
Whoa.
So if they're feeling really cold, they'll turn themselves completely black. She's normally a really light yellow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta say, before coming here, I was really scared of reptiles, but thank you.
That's okay. You're
Yeah,
just like
thank you.
really scared. But not really, really scared.
maybe no, nervous in the beginning, but I gotta get used to it.
No, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Trying to get people to understand they're not as bad as what they're made out to be. They're not as scary as what most people think they are.
They're really cute. They're really cute.
Well, you a thick boy, though.
It's huge.
Why does it look so much smaller up top?
The water, right?
But like, this thing is ginormous, fam. Like, if you put us next to it, why? Why?
I didn't even scare you.
I'll teach you. Next time, you just gotta like shake it.
Just teach me how to scare him. We are gonna fly to Darwin now. There's a lot of cool stuff in Darwin. Jumping croc tour tomorrow. Watering holes. We're gonna go swimming. And a surprise.
Know that we didn't come to play. Now we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they
That was the best airport experience of my life.
Yeah, that was really like the easiest.
Eat everything.
Oh. So cute. It happens all the time.
Every single time.
Look,
Oh, he's so excited. Wait, I love that. Should I bring it home to Circa?
That is
cool.
fabulous.
Would you do it?
I'll do it.
Uluru trip is officially over. We flew into Ayers Rock, which saved us like basically no driving time from there. Overall, I'll say this, if you're going to Uluru, pick the best season you can. We originally picked it for like the tail end of prime season. Summer came early, it overheated. Basically 80% of the activities were shut down.
They have a lot of really cool activities there too. So if you are able to go when all the activities are happening, it's gonna be epic.
Beautiful, beautiful place. Would have loved to have done more, spent more time there. But just a little heads up there if you want to go. You should. It takes a lot of time to get there though, just so you know. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is how I imagine the end of the world to look like. Like being on top of the air, looking down at just flames. That's insane.
Oh my god, you can see how humid it is from like the lens. It's like completely fogged
Oh
up.
yeah, it's starting to. It's really humid. I feel so sticky. I've been out here for 2 minutes.
Who's excited?
Come on in, everybody. I don't know what we're looking at. Whoa! Whoa!
Dog, look at the view.
This was cheaper than a hotel, that's all I know.
We're literally right in front of the water.
Oh yeah, we're on the water. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my god, this deck is huge. What the hell?
Nice.
Let's do it.
This is a deck? Dog, what the?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I booked it.
I
Because I saw the water park and I was like, I bet we can just go jump in there and no one would ever know.
Should we go right now?
Gosh, let's go right now. Good job.
Oh, so that's
Thanks.
the
Hell yeah,
goal.
this is sick.
Wow. Sweet. This is a crazy place.
Can't believe you're not gonna have one of the included popsicles.
Getting to Australia and doing as much as we have been in the last 48 hours has been a lot. But we made it to Darwin and now we're actually here for 2 nights in a row.
And we learned that it was named after Charles Darwin, who's never even been to this area.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part. But yeah, we're doing a lot of crocodile stuff in national parks and swimming holes and maybe some cliff jumping and swimming with actual saltwater crocodiles like face to face. And jet skiing to shipwrecks is all coming up and a few other things. And then the trip is really gonna start kicking off. Because then we're going all the way down to Adelaide, Kangaroo Island, and holy shit, when I say the schedule is absolutely packed to the brim, non-stop every day.
So much.
Starting tomorrow morning. What is nice is the domestic airports here are so quick. They don't check at all. They don't care.
You could bring anything.
Literally bring anything you want. They don't care
Honestly.
at all whatsoever. It's so
Evan
nice.
bought a giant bottle of sunscreen through there, and they're like, whatever. We don't care what you bring. Just get on the plane.
Just get on the plane and go.
Yeah.
The plane was empty. There were 16 empty rows.
Food
It's
for
great.
a 2-hour flight.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. I need to sleep, and I literally have not showered in the last 4.5 days.
Go get in there. Get in there. You wanna go first? Oh no.
Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Good day.
Bye.